We talked to E.J. Radick earlier today from the NHL Network, and I have a habit of doing this. I'll admit it. Like, I'll just make these assumptions, and then I'll project these assumptions onto our guest, and then the guest tries to gently nudge me in the direction of, no, Joe. That is, you shouldn't have that assumption. And so when we talked to EJ from the NHL Network, I says, yeah, like, the Carolina Hurricanes look like they just made a move, XYZ. He's like, well, it's the trade deadline's not till Friday, Joe. I wouldn't be so sure about the Canes slowing down here. They might have another one in them. This was EJ Radick today at 3 o'clock. And sure enough, about an hour later, the Carolina Hurricanes made a deal. They acquired a defenseman from the Coyotes. And you're going to have to work with the pronunciation here. I know Dennis rolls off the tongue for Dennis.
Yep.
But it's
Shane.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Yep.
Shane Gostisbehere?
Gostisbehere.
Gostisbehere?
Gostisbehere.
You got any change to spare?
Gostisbehere. Spare. Okay.
Gotsy.
This was from...
Got to be a Gotsy.
Gostisbehere.
Gostisbehere.
Yeah, but his nickname, I'm saying.
Oh.
Is Ghost? I think his nickname is Ghost. Could be wrong. Anyway, this is from an ESPN story on his pronunciation. I've gotten varying amounts of butcherings on it. Yeah, no kidding.
He's from Florida? What?
Florida.
Wait, what?
Gostisbehere said that his multi-syllable surname, they put a Barry in there, the Ghost. It's been bad. I don't think it's that hard. Buddy, I have a last name that I don't think is hard to pronounce, and yet I've gotten all sorts of variations on it. Joe Giglio.
The key and peel, though, this one would be Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere. You mean Gostisbehere?
Gostisbehere?
Go okay.
Joe Ovies with 99.9 The Fan.
Shout out to Amanda Land.
You want to go to war? Gostisbehere?
Ron. Anyway, he is my favorite phrase, an offensive-minded defenseman should help out on the power play, get all that stuff. But as Luke DeCock of the News and Observer pointed out, because he and I have been kind of going back and forth about this, it's a rental. By all means, a rental. He's got, I think, $4.5 million left on his contract. They'll pick that up. I think the Canes, after the move for Jesse Puljujarvi, had, I think, $7 million in cap space left. So it's entirely possible that the Canes can make one other move to add to depth. And that's what this is about. This is, for all the hand-wringing about the Carolina Hurricanes and being active at the trade deadline, and they're missing out on the big names, Timo Meier and Bo Horvat and Patrick Kane and everything else. The Canes did a very Canes thing. With the case of Puljujarvi, they went for the market inefficiency. He hasn't worked out for you, but we believe he'll work out for us. We'll put him under the guidance of Rod Brind'Amour and coach him up, culture him up, and he'll be fine. Put him with some Finns, a little sauna time with Sebastian Aho, who he spent time with in juniors. And you know what? It's like a magical healing place for Finns here in Raleigh. So I get that move. And some people have pointed out, and I can see it, that this is a move not necessarily for this year, which adds to forward depth, but it could also mean a move down the line, where here you are picking up a former fourth pick in the draft, and he turns out to be something on a relatively good deal for you. And then you have this on defense, which is something that they've been actively telling you they wanted to add, depth on defense. And, of course, the power play helps out because the Canes' power play has been... How would you classify the Canes' power play?
In the playoffs?
In general, really.
Oh.
That's why they got Brent Burns for this very reason.
In the playoffs, their power play has been completely and totally inept.
Yes.
And one of the primary reasons that they have not been able to win more in the playoffs, despite having more success in the regular season.
Yeah. So we'll see how that all plays out. But with a little bit more cap space, we'll see if the Carolina Hurricanes make yet another move on Friday's deadline. Should be interesting to see what Don Waddell, President and General Manager of the Carolina Hurricanes, has to say.
This gets them out of the cocktails and dreams ice time, so that's good.
What do you mean the cocktails and dreams?
Coglin.
Well, yeah, that hasn't worked out.
Tripping penalties and dreams. turnstiles and sorry, that's not nice.
So
his name is
wrong.
Coughlin, though, right?
I know it's Dylan
Yeah.
Coughlin. Yes, Coughlin's. Yeah, all that stuff.